by the ocean anymore. How are we supposed to get on a flight to fly home in 6 days from now to a place where there's no ocean? Sarah and I are going to have to do something about this. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to have to do something about this because he loves it. And there is no greater thing than seeing your kid love something so much that they're doing, especially something that is so healthy, so fun, so good for them. He just wants to be in the water all day, playing on a surfboard. And he wants to come home and he wants to watch and learn surf flips so he can get better. It's pretty incredible to see him be so into something. I mean, he even had the football phase, which he's still in. I mean,
honestly, one of the biggest.
My friends. Hey, Ray. Berber. Okay. Oopsie. Okay, guys. What are we gonna do tonight? Talking about vibrational alignment tonight. Vibrational alignment. We're talking about vibrational alignment. Guys, everything is vibrational alignment. We're talking about that tonight. I'm a certified sound healer. I'm a metaphysical minister. I'm a certified yogi. I've got lots of background in this kind of stuff. So let's dive in. Today's topic is it too good to be true? How many things seem too good to be true lately? Thanks for the follow, Magic, not Magic. I appreciate you. Hi, Megan. Welcome. Come on in to the live. All right, let's cheer everybody in. Come on, share this. Let's get going. We're here for 90 minutes together talking about vibrational alignment and what seems too good to be true. The first thing I want to do is I just want to set the container. Set the container for alignment, for love, for one love, for energetic safety. Okay. Hi, Wizard. So I'm going to just set the tone here with a little channeled sound. It's not really channeled, but it's kind of like this way I sing. I'm a Matakan starseed. I have learned this. My soul has learned how to do this. We go right into expanded consciousness when we do this kind of singing or listen to this kind of singing. So here we go. Beautiful beings, we are talking about vibrational alignment in this quantum field, in this field of the physical reality that we play with thoughts and feelings and emotions and energy. It's all vibrational. It's all vibrational until it's not. But in this kind of reality, it's vibrational. And vibrational alignment is key for what we call manifesting, but also what we call divine order. Um, oh, we got a message here. Okay. So divine order really works, it feels good when we are aligned with gratitude, with one love consciousness, with unconditional love. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm supporting, taking people here to vibrationally align. If we are hanging out in the frequencies of anger, of shame, jealousy, sadness, grief, blame, negativity, boredom, all that is lower frequencies, a lower it's the pain body. It's the pain body convincing you it's separate. And I'm here to talk to your soul and say, psst, we are not separate. Let's align with the love. Let's align with the one love. So, whatever's happening in this reality that we see is a reflection of where we're buying into the separation. And if you really want to work it and really want to experience something else, you use everything you're seeing in the field and you do a ho'oponopono and you realign to love. And when that happens, you start seeing things come your way that seem too good to be true. But let's remember here, if we're connected to the one love consciousness, then anything is possible. And if something seems too good to be true, what part of your ego or separated pain body wants to say, no, 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 stay in the suffering mode? So let it be, let it be true. Let it be true. So I love what I do with sound therapy, and I love aligning with one love consciousness. And then all of a sudden these little like light therapy patches came my way, and I'm sharing with people because it's had an amazing effect on my health. And then people are like, it's too good to be true, and they're looking on the internet to try to prove it wrong. So one thing's for sure, guys, if you have a perspective, you will find it to either support it or not support it. Everything and everything is on AI and in the internet. So, whatever you're hanging out with, whatever you are curious about or researching, you will find information to support it because we are in this quantum field and everything exists. So if you want to doubt something, if you want to doubt the amazing light and vibrational technology that's coming our way to help us age backwards and grow our telomeres and increase stem cells and increase nitric oxide and have us feel good in our bodies, even in 70, 80s, 90s. And if you want to doubt that and say it's not true, then you will find that because you are the creator of that. You will, because that thought process is in your being and your focus there, you will find something to support it. But if you say anything's possible, vibration, light, healing, it's all possible, things will start coming your way to show you it's possible. And when it comes your way, and you know part of you has been focused on it, yet you have someone in your life saying, not true, too good to be true, I'm going to prove you wrong, then that means that somewhere in your psyche, you still believe that it's too good to be true as well. So everything that we're experiencing, everything that we're aware of, is a reflection here. And some people think this is so interesting. And then I'm going to get into some more playing, but this is so interesting to me because a lot of people on the awakening journey still are practicing polarity, still are practicing they're bad, I'm good, I'm awakened, they're bad. But what they don't realize, if they're seeing bad, that reflection of whatever they're calling bad is coming from here, is coming from their thoughts, their past that they have not cleaned up yet. So the idea is, can we keep practicing seeing love in the field, regardless of behaviors, regardless, like can we see love even from the murderers and rapists, even from the politicians we don't like? Can we still see love? And can we see what their behavior and choices are as energetic choices that they need to wake up? But if we're seeing it, it's what we need to wake up to. So if something feels too good to be true, that means you invited something into your life that's amazing, that's part of the grand rising, that's part of the whole awakening field. And there's a part of you that still has not woken up to the evolution of your consciousness. Hello there. Grand, cool, grand, too cool. So it makes sense. So we're here to align with the light. We're here to vibrationally align with the love so that you can start managing the gap between truth and too good to be true. Because too good to be true only exists because there's a part of the pain, body, and ego that feels like it's separate from possibilities. It's not too good to be true. All right, here we go. So let's align. Let's align again with expanded consciousness, unconditional love. Excuse me. How many people can we get vibrationally aligning tonight? I know it's a holiday in America here, but if you're here with me, probably there's a few other people that might enjoy. Press that share button. Help me get the word out here. And vibrational alignment is key for our happiness, is key for our awakening. It's what awakening is. knowing that we have a choice to align with our authentic selves or align with the emotions, with the story, with the pain. That is what awakening is. Awakening that you have a choice to live in expanded consciousness in the knowing field, or that you're living in the story of hooks and fear and stories that are real. Hi there. Hello, hello. So let's keep aligning with the love. Share it with a few folks. And let me know in the comments. 1, where are you tuning in from? 2, where did you get hooked in this weekend where you want some clearing? Oh my God, I hooked into that emotion and I hooked in to that story again. I hooked in to that relationship bugging the crap out of me. Let me know in the comments what happened this holiday weekend that you'd like to clear up. I'm done living in stories. Amen. Amen. Gang Too Cool says, I'm done with living with in stories. And me too. Me too. So we've got to align. We've got to align outside the story, which is the authentic space of being, which is love. Hello, Amber. Hello, Amber. Hello, Amber. So these frequencies, these sounds, this is part of the Matakan light language. And it's so interesting because I had a friend over here on YT during a live. You were humming along. Wonderful. Wonderful. And we were having this conversation about the Matakan star seeds, and he was downloading, oh yeah. Like, and it rang so true. One of the things that I did in the on as a Matakan starseed was these frequencies through sound that expanded consciousness instantly. And I would hang out in the ethers and consciousness. And that's what it feels like when I do these sounds. It is so easy for me to do these sounds. I go instantly into expanded consciousness. I don't have to ask for it. It just happens. And so learning about my Matakan starseed background has helped me understand what I'm doing. What I'm doing. Yes, gifted by God. These sounds tend to help people feel a sense of home. These sounds tend to work with people and opening their hearts um and honestly, like I just open my mouth and it comes out. There is no real channeling, although I think it's somewhat of it. It's just being with it. But I think I've been doing it for many lifetimes, if you believe in lifetimes. But so anyway, these frequencies have a way of talking to your soul and expanding your consciousness pretty instantly. And it's because of, the background I've had, not just here as Rebecca, but as consciousness. So if these sounds help you align with your soul, align with that authentic space of being that you are. That's the purpose here. That's what vibrational alignment is. I want us to align in one love consciousness. I want us to remember that we are the fractals of the whole, right? Thank you for the shares. I appreciate you being too cool. Thank you so much. So yeah, just tune in. Align with your soul, align with that calling. As I'm singing, I had a hit to mention this. Now, I don't know how this is going to land, but on my channel, we're talking about crazy things. We're talking about things outside the norm. And one of the things is that the collective has us locked in to the past and locked in to the 3D stories through these type of remembering holidays, right? Never forget, remember. And it's always about the past. President's Day, Memorial Day, Christmas, like all these things. It's nice to celebrate. I love celebrating life. But when you really get down to it and you're hooked into the 3D collective, we're really hooked in when it comes to holidays. What if we stayed right in the present moment? How many times have you done something in the honor of a holiday that disregarded what you truly wanted to be doing? I can't even tell you how many times I've done that. Raising kids with with Christmas and Easter and Memorial Day. Oh, every Memorial Day, let's head to the creek fair. Even though we were exhausted, even though we were tired, like we went past the present moment information that our bodies was giving us. We disregarded it and we made the 3D holiday hook in more important than our present awareness. How many of us have done that? How many of us have made the 3D programming more important than our own present moment awareness? It's a really important thing to look at when it comes to vibrational alignment because we're trying to bust through. We're trying to awaken. The grand rising is here. Hey, Sam, you're here. Are you here? You're here. Yay. So we're trying to bust through. Grand rising is here. The new earth is here. It's developing. We're on it. There's no like different planet. We are just on it if we're practicing and aligning with higher consciousness. Thank you so much. So when it comes to holidays like this, you're like, well, we need to remember our veterans. Do we? Like, I honor them for what they do. I wrote a song about it. Like, yeah, but do we? But do we, as we awaken up, we have to remember this. Concentric circles, the stories in the middle, the psychology is the second one out, and then you have broader perspectives of rings until you reach the knowing field, right? If we hang out in the story and we think every story is real and every holiday is real and we need to live in the past because that's what 3D program is about, it's about the past, we're stuck. We're stuck there thinking that these bodies and these realities are real. And when we don't awaken. So that what the concentric circle model is asking us to do is, yeah, we participate in the story, but make sure you go out into broader perspectives, psychology, mythical, vibrational, spiritual, like whatever. Make sure you are practicing broader perspectives when it comes to the stories in this realm. Okay. And one of the stories is these holidays, Memorial Day. Keep check how much you are doing as rote, right? Automatic. This is what keeps us asleep. Keeps us asleep when we are not following the awareness of the present moment and we do things like for me, 4th of July. It's like, okay, we're supposed to have a barbecue. We're supposed to go see big band. We're supposed to go to a parade. Like we have, and it's like, no, we don't. What would be fun right now? What if you want to sleep during a holiday? God forbid. So it's super important to watch these little matrix hooks with holidays. And we're like, don't you like celebrating? Don't you like, like I have been the worst with, my husband putting them down for not wanting to celebrate like, obscure holidays. And him just being like, I want to work in the yard. That's what I feel like doing. Yeah. So I stayed home and filled up the kids' pool. How fun. Soaked up the sun, listened to 90s music. That sounds like a great day. So I guess what I'm saying is that make sure to live in the present moment with present awareness each day, regardless of holidays, right? The next holiday is 4th of July, right? Or maybe a family member's birthday. How many guilt trips have we guilted ourselves into because we didn't celebrate big enough or we just didn't feel like going, making the party or whatever else like that. So guilt and shame is all part of the pain body. Guilt, shame, people pleasing, it's all part of the pain body. We are waking up from the pain body. We are unhooking from the collective stories. That's what this grand rising is about. And today's topic is all about, is it too good to be true? And it's not, because as we unhook, so much is available. Anything is possible. So when I have these little things, and I call these are called little, they're patches. They're phototherapy patches. Now, in this little tiny sticker, okay, they call this a nanomatrix. A nanomatrix of salt, sugar, and peptides, I guess. And you put it on your body, and it works with the light, the light, and the your electromagnetic field. Nothing goes into your body. So this is photo light therapy. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I've been talking to people about this, and people are like, it's too good to be true, and they're trying to prove it all wrong. And I'm having amazing results with it. So it's so interesting when we are on the awakening field, when we're in this grand rising, be ready for things to seem out, like so out, like out there. Like, how can this possibly be? How can this possibly be helping so many people? How can the vibration of my voice with the focus of love help so many people? Too good to be true. It's not too good to be true. The too good to be true is your ego and pain body still having the program, right? But once we let go of that program and we keep inviting the new and the awesome and the awakeness, we keep inviting the quantum field of possibility, anything's possible. Nothing ever is too good to be true. Yeah, whatever we believe will be. And so it's really powerful. So yeah, it's just really interesting, right? So what do we want? What do we want? What do we want in our lives that someone would say it's too good to be true? Put in the comments and let's work on focusing on it and making it come to fruition. Okay? So when two or more people, and I say this a lot in my Tuesday morning lives when we do 3 minutes of love, when two or more people hold a common frequency and focus, and the more people, the better. The more we create a potent resonant field, and that resonant field is a reality. All right. So, catnip lady, $1 million with no harm to anybody. Okay. Let's focus on that for you. Sam, $1 million with no harm to anybody. $1 million with no harm to anybody. Keep that thought focused. Keep going. Make it real. See it. The gal you like. Make it real. May it be so. May it be so. Anyone else, can we focus with you and for you and as you? May it be so. May it be so. Quiet mind. May it be so. May it be so. We got 6, 7, 8, 9 people here. Focus on this. Right? We want Red wants the girl he likes. The Live the Moment wants quiet mind, and Catnip Lady would like $1 million with no harm. The fruition of all 7 of my streams of income. May it be, Angie. Now each one of us hold that for each other. Now, everything you want, everything you guys just said is aligned, is vibrationally aligned with the bliss and joy and love that you are. So, if we can align with the joy and the bliss and the authenticity of ourselves, we will align with the millions, with the person, right? With success. Unless it's truly not for our highest good, because I do believe in a divine order. If it's just really like we're so blissed out in life, and we believe in all possibility, yet like the $1 million doesn't come, but you still are always provided for, then it just might be that divine order for you to live this way on the planet, and that's okay too. Angie. May it be so. May it be so. May it be so. It is so. It is so. 'Cause you and me believe. 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 It is so because you and me believe. We believe, we believe. Two or more people believe together, we create a reality. And that is why this 3D matrix is so hard to shake, is so hard to unhook from, because two or more people created it, but billions believed it. And now that makes it hard to unhook. But we can. We can. We are. To go home and re-energize my life, destiny, and career. Yay! Yay! All right, Chris Story. Awesome. Hi, Paige. So we're talking about when something seems too good to be true. It's something in your pain body, in your ego, that's pushing against the divine order of things. Everything and anything is possible, my beautiful friends. Anything and everything. So what is stopping you from receiving the bounty of possibility? I want you to ask yourself that question. What is resisting you from receiving the bounty of your possibility? The possibility of physical, vibrant health, the possibility of pure tones out of your voice, the possibility of a softened, beautiful, loving heart, the possibility of a relationship that feels so good and perfect to you, the possibility of deep generational healing, the possibility of your disease process letting go of you, the possibility of success and financial just abundance, my wounds, trauma, attachment, programming, the possibilities, right, of the wounds, trauma, attachment, and programming just resolving because you said yes to the authentic space of being, which is oneness, which is the Christ consciousness. And you say yes to this one love. And when I say yes to that, nothing else can live there, right? Accepting that we are worthy of well-being. Yes, the art of allowing. Allow yourself to know the truth of yourself. And when you keep aligning there ritualistically every day, the other stuff can't live in that vibration. It just starts vibrationally not being a match, right? You keep programming yourself in another way. A lot of times people say that you have to process and you have to spend a long time with the trauma and the wounds. But what if there's another way? What if? Like, if you're truly aligning with the truth of yourself, you're truly aligning with love, and you're living from that. Abraham Hicks says this too. This is not me just picking this up. Like, Abraham Hicks says, you do not have to go back and make old beds, right? You just have to align yourself. Align yourself with the loving being that you are, and align with the loving being that everyone is. And if you get really good at aligning with that, that's where you live. That's your focus point of living. And the other stuff will just not be vibrationally in your reality. Letting go of resistance and aligning your energy with source. Exactly. Exactly. It seems too good to be true, but it is not. It's the truth. It is the way of truth. The only part of you that thinks that it's too good to be true is the pain body. That needs a talking to. Right? And just say, hey, pain body, I'm on to you. I get you, but we're safe over here in love land. Allow the gift, abundance of grace and well-being. Yes, we are capable. We are capable to talk to our pain body, which includes, the negative programming, the hooks, the the past, the trauma, the wounds. And say hi to it, acknowledge it, but say, hey, that's not what we're playing anymore. That doesn't matter anymore. Love matters. Authentic soul matters. So it's just like, where are you going to place your flashlight? So if this guy is a flashlight, my little guy here. Hi, what am I doing here? If this guy's a flashlight, are you going to put your flashlight over here on all your trauma and past, which most of us walk around just flashing our flashlight on that, and then we match those vibrations to do that? Or are we going to go over here and say, oh, I'm going to go over here, I'm putting my flashlight on source energy, beingness, love, peace? If you are diligently enough focusing on the truth of yourself, the other stuff just it can't be with each other. It can't be with each other. It's a total different vibrational alignment. Cannot be together. So one of the theories that is that God, in the field of God, the I am presence, doesn't know that war and all this suffering is happening on the planet. It can't. Think about it. It's so beyond consciousness that it can't even it's like the new earth, right? They say, oh, the new earth is happening, but it's not going to be a whole new planet. It's just people are going to be vibrating differently and be on the new earth. And people that are vibrating in the 3D reality will hang out there. People will vibrate, and it will all be hanging out on the same planet, but the new earth has the higher consciousness. And so you can't be vibrating love and see pain. Jesus, Yeshua, made that very clear. All he saw was love. He vibrated with love. So when he saw someone with leprosy or someone like he didn't see leprosy, he just saw love. And he'd be like, get up, like, you're amazing, you're one, you're healed, like, what are you doing? And people would be healed in his presence, but really he didn't acknowledge the vibrational reality of them being sick. So in his eyes, it wasn't true. And then people believed him and they jumped onto that reality and the miracles happened. Yeah. So any comments on that? So let's do another, let's raise the room here. Let's raise the room. Do some more singing here. Guys, I do private sessions. I do something called Harmonic Healing Map and Awakened Voice, and I also have a membership called Vocal Oneness. So if any of that's interesting to you, just check in, my bio. But I do something called Harmonic Healing Maps that helps people reset their whole vibrational set point. which means that like we're walking around with a vibrational set point. Take a look at the emotions and the feelings you kind of run every day. Overwhelm, boredom, things like that, frustration. When I was raising my kids, I was aware of the Abraham Hicks stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I'm frustrated every day, and that was holding me back. Um, so become aware. Our vibrational set point. My vibrational set point was when I was raising my kids was contentment to like overwhelm. That was my vibrational set point. Now that I've been doing this work, now I've been really raising the bar here, and my kids are older, it's a little easier. My vibrational set point is ecstasy to contentment. That's a pretty cool vibrational set point. And some days you can drop a little bit more, stuff like that. But the harmonic healing maps that I do include astrology, custom sound healing, chakra work, and you get a playbook of how to use your voice for healing. And this little program really helps you reset areas of your life where you bring that vibrational set point from anger and blame and shame, and you set it back up to positivity and contentment. So think about it when you're thinking about shifting your life, your health, your voice, your relationships. Think in terms of vibrational set point and shifting the vibrational set points, because that is where you will see things really shift. Okay, so the harmonic healing map, you can check that out. And if you're interested in using your voice the way I use my voice and activating your voice and for consciousness, my vocal oneness membership is available to women. It's a women's group, but it's really, really affordable, and you get a lot. You get private group coaching, semi-private group coaching with me 2 times a month. And come join us. It's a membership, but you also get 10% off my other offers. Anyway, that's my little commercial. Let's get back into vibrational alignment. Awesome. Let's just do some cord pulling. We're just kind of snapping the cords of anyone who's willing to and ready to let go of cording from just like negative entities, which could be people, emotions, things like that, past. We're just kind of plucking off cords if you want it, If you say yes, they're coming off. I have money. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. What emotion is making life annoyingly hard? What emotion do you go to that you're finding yourself in that makes life just not fun? What emotion is that for you? Is it shame? Is it guilt? Longing. Good one. Grief. Longing and grief. Yeah. And so, what's making you hold on to longing and grief? What stories are active that make longing and grief in the forefront of your life? Yeah, what story? What story is making that alive? Right? So I want the gal now. And patience is hard. Yeah, thanks for your honesty. Thanks for that. I want it now. I want it now. But the wanting it now means I don't have it. The energy of is I don't have it now. The universe doesn't hear words, it just hears vibration. I want it. When we say I want it, what the universe hears, I lack it, and it keeps matching I lack it. I want it, I lack it. Oh, universe, oh, they lack it. Okay. Lack aligns lack, right? Lack aligns lack. Yeah. So when we're longing for something, we feel a lack. And that means we're not okay with the present moment. We're not relishing in the present moment. Yeah. Lack is longing heard. And so same thing with grief. It's a loss of some sort, right? Usually grief's a loss. So like Stephanie, what is that story of loss that keeps grief alive? And so longing has to do with, I want it now. It's the future. I want my future to look different than it is now. Grief, a lot of times, is holding on to a story or a someone from the past. So we kind of have both things going. But longing can be resolved by coming into the space of your beingness, of love. And when you can sit with your loving heart and feel the expansion of peace and bliss, the longing goes away. And all of a sudden you have this, like, you're patient because you're just blissed out. And from there's no lack. And then from there, you may notice something comes into your life. right? So we have to change the lack vibration and align with fulfillment, right? So longing, the opposite is fulfilled. Hi there, Reiki Room. And so if you are hanging out and longing, let's see if you can come into that a fulfilled heart. Meditate on your fulfillment. And you will find that that longing dissipates. And all of a sudden you align. Right? Hello, beautiful soul. And so, Stephanie, many of us can relate to that grief. A lot of times, grief is a story about how you want it to be back to what it used to be. You know, when I was grieving my dad who passed 10 years ago, I felt like so much grief. I felt like I wanted to I was so out of control. I had no control of my dad dying. I wanted to see him again. I wanted him to be, the great grandfather he was to my kids. I didn't want him to go yet. I was so pissed. And I was grieving deeply. But I wanted something that was gone now. And I was completely out of control of it. And so, grief, we want something that we can't have. We want it back the way it was. We want the person, we want the job, we want peace on earth. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are having like grief over like the planet and stuff. We want it to be different and we grieve. But if we come into the present moment and be an allowance of what is, the connection my son gave me, I want it the way it was. I get it. I get it. And that's the story. That's the story that keeps us in the grief. So come to the present moment. Here we are in connection. You're in connection with a stranger right now. But our souls are not strangers, right? Connect into your soul. Connect in. And you'll start to notice that your son's there too. When I connect into the present moment of my authentic beingness, I feel my dad there. The grief stops and I just feel this sense of connection to all, which my father is part of. It's really beautiful. And it's what helps me not miss him and not like, of course I miss certain things, but it's like I'm okay because he's still here. I know this is some little different way of processing, but this is a spiritual way of working through things rather than a psychological way. And I find it, the psychological realm doesn't really give me much relief anymore. It's the spiritual perspective and healing that really does. It's really working for you. I'm so glad. Yeah. Truth. Yeah. So my dad died like 10 years ago. So I've been okay with it. But Stephanie, if you've lost your son or lost the relationship with your son on some level, yeah, we're sorry about that. And the thing we want to do is get super present. 2017. Yeah, mine was 2015. Yeah, it's tough losing a parent. Oops, been here for an hour. It's tough losing a parent when you're younger. right? So I'm in my 50s now. I'm in my mid 50s. And my mom's in her late 70s. And she lives across the planet. Oh, not the planet, the country. Oh, and your mom in 2007. So yeah, makes you feel. But I lost my dad when I was like 45, and he was like super present in our lives. He would help me with my kids who were like 12 and 8 at the time. And he was a great grandfather. He was really active with me, with my kids, my family. So when someone's really active in your life and has such a full part in it, it's really tough. You grieve that loss in your life too. But you still feel them. You feel them with me. Yeah. Yeah. Now, sometimes we can start feeling them with us and then then the pain body gets us like missing. But really try to feel them with you and expand it out and feel their beingness and feel that beingness more quenching than a physical hug. So, my dad and I related kind of on a deeper beingness level. And now I can really feel the beingness of him when I feel tuned into the present. And I don't miss as much as our relationship dynamic because the beingness just feels so much better. It just feels like such a loving heart, right? Yeah. The thing is about being ready, if it's happening in our life, we're ready because vibrationally, and this is what we've come to live, and this is what we're doing. And so I kind of believe in divine order that we would be ready for it if it's happening. And it's like the thing we need most to expand and grow. Well, that's one way of looking at it. Not well, kind of. Yeah. That's a very interesting thought. The old paradigm is to feel pain, feel the contrast, and then grow from there. But what if that what if it doesn't have to be? What if pain and suffering is just our attachment to the ego's message, the pain body? Like the only reason we suffer is because we don't accept and allow what's happening. But say something like a parent dies, and you're like, okay, pivot. Let's pivot over here. Let's put our flashlight over here. Now, what's available in my life? So I put more focus onto my kids. I put more focus onto my husband. And so, you know what I mean? It's just like, who says we have to suffer and be in pain because something the collective matrix says should be painful? If we really have the spiritual perspective that when people pass, they expand into just amazing field of love, wouldn't we celebrate that for them? And then we would say, oh, I get to dream a new dream. This is kind of exciting. Like, what's new? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have to do it the way the collective says to do it. You know, acceptance is peace, but without hurt, we wouldn't have joy, right? I don't believe that really. I feel like joy is our natural state. I feel like bliss is our natural state, and we can feel it. Like I feel very, very blissful. And if I have a hard day and feel angry or grieve or disempowered, like I don't need that to feel bliss. Like I know my natural state of being is bliss. Like I feels very wonderful. I don't need anything to compare it to feel it. I feel very at peace and bliss most days. I don't that is an old paradigm that sounded good to the psyche, right? But we're on this grand rising, and we don't have to do it that way anymore. There's a really good book called A Course in Love, and they talk about this paradigm shift. We no longer have to do it with contrast and pain. Yeah, yeah. No, you're welcome. And it's just like really live your bliss, and you really don't need contrast to enjoy your bliss. You really don't. Yeah. Let's align again. Let's align again. Little froggy. I know. Why do we disrupt our bliss? Why? We get hooked back into the story. We get hooked back into emotions. Rad ideals. Yeah, I agree with that. I had a teacher that once told me, yes, feel the pain, feel the emotions for about 17 to 20 seconds, then move on. Anything past 17 to 20 seconds, we start suffering. Acknowledge it. Yeah, acknowledge the pain. Acknowledge it for a few seconds, right? And that pain is like, oh, I'm visiting something that's not really me. I'm making something separate and real, but it's not. So you bounce back. Yeah. So it's David Gibson. He's one of my sound therapy teachers. He said, yeah, feel it. 17, 20 seconds. And then move on. All right, guys, I'm going to push this button until I get 4,000 here. Let's see if we can get it going. Oh, we're still on 3.9. You guys hit the, can you guys hit the screen until, oh, we got it. We got to 4,000. Yay! All right. So we're going to wrap it up in about 15 minutes. So what other shares do you have? What emotions are sabotaging you? Right? And not in a way that's like I'm a victim to my grief, but what other emotions kind of have you in this vibrational set point that you'd like to shift out of? Right? Any other questions about what we're talking about? Things, is it too good to be true? And my answer is no, it is not. It is not too good to be true. If it's coming into your life and it seems like so miraculous and amazing, and you've been practicing the field of miracles, then it's like attracting like, and your pain body's trying to distract you. It's not too good to be true. We have so many things at our fingertips these days: light therapy, phototherapy, vibrational healing, sound healing, energy work, Reiki, quantum healing. Like, we can quantum leap, guys. We're living in the new earth where we can quantum leap. It is not too good to be true. So, as we just wind down a little bit, questions, emotions, stories you want a perspective on? Sloth. Just not really wanting to get up and move. Is that something you're working on? Tell me more about that. So just not really wanting to get up and move. Why? Are you comfortable? Are you content and happy? So if you are, yes, okay. Then if we are content and happy, like Rad says, I'm happy just not wanting to get up and move. Why don't you just completely allow that for a while? This happens to me once in a while. Like, sometimes I'll just be like, okay, I'm in movie mode. I'm just gonna watch. So I sometimes binge watch Netflix, and I just do it until I'm done. And it happens, and then I'm like, and then I get really like re-inspired with life, and I go do something. So it's like, sometimes if you just feel like a sloth and you just want to lay there, see if you just can without any judgment, and just do it until you feel, and maybe you'll have to do it for like a week. But if you can do it with no judgment and just allow yourself to do it, all of a sudden you're like, I'm done. Next. Right? But there are things I want to do. I like that. Yeah, it brings pain when done too much. Well, if it's bringing pain, just not really wanting to get up and move, if it's bringing pain, then there's another awareness that you are ignoring, you know? So, is not wanting to get up part of the pain body's depression, or is it part of an awareness to just slow down and stop? So we just have to take a look, right? Yeah. The physical body needs movement, and the body needs nutrients. Yeah. And honestly, even that is a story. The physical body needs movement and needs nutrients. It does, because we believe that, but that is, I mean, yogis over and over again have shown us that they don't need, they're breatharians. But that's beside the point. Yes, my body needs movement and nutrients for sure. Oh, say more. Oh, have you not heard of a breatharian? There's a lot of yogis that live on just air or just water, and they've actually put them in chambers to just test them out, and they've tested them. Yeah, look it up. A breatharian. I think even the government's like tested them and tried to like understand like how are they functioning, kind of thing. And again, their minds are so focused on unhooking from the matrix, unhooking from the programs that the body's all, um, working on. So like the this is how I see it. The body is neutral, and it we and it's functioning from programs. Now, there's something I call something in yoga science called the five koshas: the physical body, the energetic body, the mental emotional body, the witness intuition body, and the spirit body. And the thing is, when we're hooked into the matrix, um, we're hooked in from all these different levels. Now, what one of these yogis does is unhook, from most levels. Now, if they're a breatharian, they're still working on the energy level, but they've unhooked from like the other levels, especially the physical, and they're working on functioning from air. Um, this requires a lot of reprogramming, and it requires to not like live in the 3D collective. Like, it's fun to eat food. Right? It's fun to chew, it's fun to, so it's like, there's yogis that want to just show what's possible, and then there's like, the idea that, well, we're just participating here. But I like the idea that we can unhook from these certain programs. And now, like, there's things that I do for my health. Like, I have some supplements. I do these phototherapy patches. I drink water. I went paddling and I walk. I sleep at night. These are all programs that we've hooked into with the collective matrix. Yeah. And so sometimes I'm still participating in the physical kosha, right? But I still am awake to the fact that not all of this is necessary. And so while I'm still doing some of these things for my health, I'm also trying to unhook as well. But you'll notice that that's what holistic healing is. It's working from all these different layers of our parts of our existence, because we're hooked in from these different areas. And in yoga therapy that I studied, you would create a program for people that would address healing and awakening on each level, right? When we awake on each level, we experience that experience of healing. So that's how I see it. And so, as a wellness practitioner, as an energy worker, as a metaphysical, spiritual director, I like to go into all the areas with people. Because if you're super religious and spiritual, that can help you. But if you're still hooked in to the physical reality, you still have to play there. Yeah. It is super cool. It is really super cool. Hi, Noelle. How are ya? Whew, it is a little warm. All right. Well, let's do one final alignment, and we'll do a little singing. I'm going to sing with my little guy. And here's a little plug for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Tuesday morning, is 3 minutes of love. This is where we do a collective global sync up. Okay? Global sync up, where two or more people, hopefully a group, hopefully like 20 people or maybe 50 or 100, meet up and we focus on love, right? And then at the top of the hour, I sing love frequencies. And we're creating a reality of love within the collective. So that's tomorrow morning. We start at 8:30. Come whenever you can. We go from 8:30 to 9:15. Come whenever you can. And yeah. All right. Great live, guys. Been great having a conversation with you guys. All right. Oh, yes. Time zone 8:30 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So Colorado time, Mountain Standard Time. So 7:30 Pacific time and either 10:30 Eastern time. All right, beautiful beings. Namaste. I hope to see you tomorrow for our global sync up of 3 minutes of love. Bye. Okay, namaste.